For number 2, we've got a cosine wave, and then we've got some adjustments to it. So the cosine is in parentheses here, gets closed off. The +1 is going to shift up 1. And this 2 is not multiplying to the x's, but to the y values. So this is going to do a vertical stretch. It's going to pull it up this way. What this number is here is the amplitude. It's going to stretch the amplitude timesing it by 2. So when you graph these, you first want to start with the shift. I know it's the back number, but start with the shift. So go up 1, and then you're going to make a dotted line here just to know that this is the center of the wave. Then we got to label the topmost point and the bottommost point. If the amplitude is 2, what that means is if this is the center, it's going to go 2 higher now, taking us to 3 at the highest. And then 2 lower would be 1, 2 lower. So that would actually take us to -1. Only mark off these 3 points, the high and the low point here. The x-axis, nothing changes, so it's 360 is the end, 180, 90, 270. All right, now we have to draw the cosine wave. The cosine is what I call the iron condor. Looks like this. Note that it starts at the top of the wave and it ends at the top of the wave. So at the very beginning, I'm going to start at the high point of that I've marked off. It starts here. At the end, at 360, it's going to end up here. And then right down the middle of that symmetry, of that shape, it's at the very bottom. So at 180, it's at the very bottom. Mark that off. Then in between those points, that's when it's at the center of the wave. Not the x-axis anymore, though. And that's the mistake most people will make. The center of the wave is this dotted line. So don't worry about where that x-axis is. So the center of the wave is 90 and 270. No points on the x-axis. Now I'm just going to make a nice kind of quarter circle looking shape here. And there's my cosine wave. All right, so the domain, if this would continue on forever and ever, that shape, so that's -infinity to infinity. I've only just drawn one part of it. The range was, at the low, was -1 to the high of 3. The amplitude from the center to the top is a height of 2 high. So the amplitude is 2, and you could look at from the center to the bottom. It's also 2, it doesn't matter. There's our amplitude right there. And then the period, this, if I continued on, would just repeat the same exact shape again. So the period length is the length from start to finish is 360 from start to finish of that wave. So 360 is my period.